in January of 2018, you said that you're quitting, because of fentanyl. 8 months later, Mac Miller, who you did Aquaberry Dolphin with, died off of fentanyl. Did you and Mac Miller maintain a relationship after that song?
I mean, somewhat, but I don't think we like got to hang out again after then, But again, like people, when you're rock stars and you're making music and you're catching vibes to make more music. I mean, ultimately, you're doing all this other stuff. You can do your interviews. You could go hang out with people. You could party. You could do all this. But ultimately, you might go catch a vibe. You like feel good at a party, and then you leave and then go to the studio at 2, 3 in the morning. And I see him he's just a constant worker. We made that song that we made at his house. We made it from the ground up, made the beat, and we had fun. And it was easy and fun to work with. So I mean, him partying. It's not even, when the word partying for an artist is different than maybe somebody who doesn't do music. Mm-hmm. So him doing some type of drugs, somebody should have been there maybe with him and testing every single thing before it goes from this person to his hands, maybe that.
Does anyone ever actually do that? Does anyone test drugs?
I mean, you should. It's supposed to be very
you should,
important.
but does anyone
just
actually
like any
do that?
food that you eat, you should read the ingredients at least on the back.
Yeah, but that's because it's commercially produced. Cocaine, you don't know where the fuck it comes from. And it's white. Yeah. It could be anything.
Yeah, but there is fentanyl tester strips, I think, now.
Oh, there is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So somebody should be testing that before it even goes to his hands. But maybe so far back then, maybe
this was 2018. It was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like somebody should have been doing that.
Right, because Lil Peep died maybe about a year before that.
Yeah,
it was in 2017. Yeah. Did you know Peep at all?
Yeah, we were hanging out a few days before that happened.
Really?
We got matching tattoos.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I didn't know
this tattoo with the race box, we got that backstage at his show, and then like 3 days later, yeah.
So you and Peep were close?
Yeah, we actually, yeah.
Peep was dope, man.
Yeah.
He was, what was that one song that he did with McConan, that Falling Down?
His like, what's it called? Ben's Truck.
Yeah.
That was blowing up. Like he blew up after everything. And that's sad.
Okay. So you and Peep were closer than you and Mac Miller. So do you think that
that was our first time hanging out.
Oh, that was
before that, I was on tour and he was on tour, and he FaceTimed me and we were talking, and he was like, I'm at a show and somebody came to my meet and greet line and they gave me these glasses, and I have the glasses still. It's like these Prada glasses that were like splatter paint. He was like, I'm gonna give these to you one day when like where you at on your tour. And I was like, I'm gonna be in Dallas in a few days. And I think I was in LA, and I was like, and then he was like, I'm gonna be in Fort Worth. And then both of us at the same time, we were both in Dallas, Fort Worth for like 3-day period. So I went to his show and got tattooed. And the next day I had a show and he came to that show. And the next day he like drove from Texas, and I was like going this way. And then he went to like New Mexico, I think, or Arizona or something like that. And it was a couple of days later, and I got news of that.
I mean, you guys have matching tattoos, and then right afterwards he dies.
Crazy. That was insane.
He dies of an overdose. How badly did that affect you?
It was just like shocking. Like you don't know what to, it's just like everything goes blank for a minute.
Do you know how old he was?
Young. He was like 20, 21.
21.
Yeah, just turned 21, I think.
And he was just like getting in his wave. Like,
and then blows up afterwards. Everybody says the same thing. Like he was when I was at his show, like it was like he had a full like stage production, and like it was the theme of his room. Like it was he had his bed on stage, and there was a production bus that had built his room on stage. And I was like, this is dope. And it was only like a 500, 700 person venue, and there was probably like 500 people outside, and there was 500 people in. So even though it was a smaller venue, it was jam-packed. They knew every word to every song. It was every single fan there was like, it looked like they all not looked the same, but they all were like, they could have been all friends, or they were, you know what I mean? They loved his music and they're singing together. So if you love the same music, like his fan base was like already gonna be like multiplying, and it's just terrible.
You think that led up to you making that announcement? Because a few months later, that's when you made that announcement. You were like, I ain't fucking with it no more.
I
This
mean,
fentanyl shit.
when people, when you get like, somebody comes in with like something like this, like it's so heartless. Like, you could be about money or hustling and stuff, but if you're willing to kill people, like, it's like, that's just like, that should be that's a problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going both ways. Not only are people dying from fentanyl, but
You
the
don't have
people-
repeat customers.
Well, the people that are selling, that would sell the fentanyl, like for example, the guy that sold the drugs to Mac Miller went to prison. He's being charged with like manslaughter. You see what I'm saying? Like this is
why
you know,
are you
like
not?
you're selling drugs to catch murder cases. Like, what's the point?
Stupid. It's
Yeah.
so dumb. The 80s, it's like you're trying to have the best coke because you want to fucking have the best rock stars buying kilos of cocaine, the purest from you. Like, you wanted it to be the cool drug dealer. Now it's just like, just idiots selling deadly poison for pennies.
Yeah.
Pennies for poison.
Pennies for poison. Yeah. I mean, Michael K. Williams, we lost him recently, the actor. You know who that is? He's the one with that scar on his face.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The black actor with the scar
Yeah, I
on
know
his face.
exactly
He
what
was
you're
in The
talking
Wire, you know?
I know what you're talking about.
You know, I mean, yeah, fentanyl is one of these things that makes you not want to do nothing. You know, just smoke weed and that's it.
Yeah.
And you've said that, you know, once you started to get healthy, whenever you thought about doing drugs, you just go to the gym.
Yeah, I mean, you could just listen to me, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about, but don't do drugs.
Yeah.
If somebody says, oh, you're on drugs, then just say,
Uh-uh.
no, I'm not,
No, not.
and then run.
And then run away.
Yeah.